Recording are going live.
Set.
Everybody set?
Yeah.
So folks, we would like to welcome all of you to the office of Senator Nathaniel Mcgill. And today he will be speaking on issues of national concern. And so we'd like to say welcome. And we now turn the floor over to Senator Mcgill.
Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. Let me welcome you for the first time in the office of my GB country. We made it our commitment to brief our citizens, my GB friend Liberia Large, on our workings in the Senate and as national leaders will also speak on national issues. The press conference has been organized prior to today, but due to our strong engagement yesterday in the Senate, we could not have the press conference as was scheduled for yesterday. But during the course of yesterday, a lot of things happened, and I thought to address that first. You know, Liberia, where we find ourselves today, it is a given fact that the country is divided 50-50. The election of 2023 clearly divided Liberia into the middle. We saw the result in the first round, and we saw the result in the second round. Unlike 2017 election, when President Weah won with more than 300,000 votes, this going election, the former vice president won with less than 20,000, less than 1 percentage point. In 2017, President Weah had 61%, and the Unity Party had 39%. That tells you that the country is divided, and what is needed most in this country today is peace, unity. And part of that unity is the way the ruling party will treat the leader of the opposition party. Because he represents a faction of our country that did not vote for the Unity Party. And so I'd like to address the way he was treated, the kind of way that they disrespected him yesterday. Just imagine had all the supporters gone to the airport to receive the president. You know what would have happened at that airport? The unfortunate thing is that I listened to some people from the mansion trying to get history. The history of that time, they know I was built the presidential lodge. How can you deny the man who built it? And besides that, he's just the immediate past president who just in less than 34 days or 35 days, he'll be on the office. When President Bouaka was vice president, the thing what they call VIP terminal, that old thing out over Chancellor, they were using it. Everybody was using it. The president, vice president, former president, chief justice, pro tem, senior government officials, even business people, everybody was using that small little place that was still a bill and call it VIP terminal. You know, they just renovate it to one I think one small building and fix it and call it VIP terminal. The president decided, I would not look, this thing does not represent the country. Everybody can be using it. Even the president now, the current president, also use that same place. The president decided to build a modern VIP terminal for officials, for former president, for president, and he's coming to the country. And you get some people in Ministry of State who give it instruction and still the president should not use it. We want to condemn it. We want to ask for an immediate investigation. We want to ask President Bouaka and the Minister of State to investigate. In fact, this matter will be before the Senate floor. Our colleagues will join us. Will ask the Senate, this is very serious because this threatening our democracy and the peace and security of our country. People don't understand. You know, our Minister of State, well, that building was built. So there's a history. I just explain the history behind how that building was put together. Yes, and the spokesperson saying, if for current president, who told you for current president? When everything was dedicated, he said for who the president? Was that the former president who dedicated? Did he say it was it was for president? For the youth for president exclusively? No. In that building, there's a room for the president. And there are room for other VIPs. Because we constructed, we designed it. We were there. So somebody ask questions. You know, in less than 35 days, there have been so many mistakes from the executive. So many mistakes. And these mistakes are not intended to enhance the peace of the country, but rather they are intended to undermine the peace. I will hope that the president will pay and the government will pay more attention to the real thing that will sustain the peace of the country. And the president, I know he's not aware of a lot of things because the last time the leadership of the Senate met him, we raised some issue with him, someone illegal advisor, some of the boys, someone not been, they not practicing in court before, they made someone a legal advisor. And they're so obsessed with power, they don't know what to do. They need to be speaking to someone else who can guide them because too many mistakes are happening in that mansion. They start talking all kind of things. They're going to, from the issue of tenure. You know, the history of tenure in this country, when President, we had decided to change the tenure thing. I already spoke on it, so we are calling for investigation. We want an investigation, and those responsible that did not allow the former president to use the terminal, we want them to be punished, and we don't want to repeat it. If you even read the provisional order, transitional order for transition, the transitional act now, you'll see it. Former presidents are allowed to use VIPs terminal all over the world. Even in Nigeria, for instance, you see the former president are using the Nigerian presidential aircraft. How in Liberia was so hateful? In this country was so hateful. We hate each other so much. Today, President Baga is president, but 2029 President Baga will not be president. So you want people to treat you in the same way they treat the other president. People don't understand when you get a position tomorrow, you will leave and then somebody else will get there. And they should not be accepted. Liberian people should criticize it. Liberian people should speak against it. The country is small, and we should not tolerate it. We should not tolerate it. This is not for politics. This is not Unity Party versus CDC. This is Liberia we are talking about. The president was not president for CDC, but president for the Republic of Liberia. He must enjoy all the rights and privileges ascribed to a former president. If we could allow a former vice president to use the terminal, even when the president was using the same terminal, then why can't he allow the president? I believe the president is not aware. I believe President Baga is not aware. Just as he was not aware when his legal advisor gave instruction to the county attorney to drop Judy in the case, I'm sure he's not aware. You know? And so we thought to make this the first issue to address, because we wanted to address the issue of the tenure, because that tenure debate has been a serious debate. But since they came out yesterday, I thought to address it first, because the CAC lawmakers will complain tomorrow to the Senate, so the Senate can investigate. We want the new Minister of State to come and tell why he instructed, because that instruction came from the ministry. That terminal is currently, that lodge is currently under the Ministry of State. So we want him to come and explain. We'll get an instruction to prevent it means to just pass through the building. And he said he does not have. Imagine the former president. Do you know the number of supporters he has in this country? We can't be the other country. We want peace in this country. This is a man who gave up power. When his supporters were angry, he called, the first time in the history of Liberia, where you see your city president take the phone and call the opposition just say, congratulations, you won election. Have you ever happened in Liberia? Have they ever happened in the country? Is there a history? And you don't see that being magnanimous in defeat, and you want to treat him with disrespect. That will not be tolerated, will not be accepted. He's the leader of a major faction, not CDC, a major faction of the country. Because not only Silesian voted for him, there were Liberians who not Silesian who voted for him. So you can't disrespect all the people. So everything politics, the whole CDC, not CDC business, we're talking about Liberia. This is not CDC, this is Liberia we are speaking about. So I thought I'd address that first. And the second issue, Tenure. You know, last time I spoke, I said they don't have power to remove tenure officers without cause. And some people criticize it. The law is the law. 2018, we took power, we tried to move the guy from Lotto. I think Martin Colette or something. Martin Colette, we tried to move him from Lotto. He went to the Supreme Court, he challenged it, we lost the case. The government lost the case. Supreme Court said Martin Colette must go back, let him end tenure from Lotto. I said Lotto. I don't know anywhere I said Lotto. The Lotto man defeated us and we sent him back, he ended a tenure. But based on the Supreme Court ruling, executive cannot just remove arbitrarily anyone. The second issue, you can say, I will not get a man's salary because the man wore party t-shirt. No law in the country that say, even in the code of conduct, there's no penalty. They don't say when you wear party t-shirt, you should not take your salary because that violates fundamental principle on Article 11 to 21. So I showed the book on the code was here. From our point, as CDC senator, and not only CDC senator, most of the senators that I've spoken to, they're very upset. And such people, they can just forget about, even if they make mistakes, sending them for confirmation will not even be confirmed. They'll be totally rejected. So I thought to address that, and I know the budget issue passed now, but going to the budget issue, we expect the president to submit a new budget because we can't afford to continue to deal with 1/2 of the budget. We are in February already ended. We made it clear that February ending, they asked for 41.5 million. They couldn't explain it. I mean, we'll reach a point, maybe we'll be paying 0.7, maybe the country will start running, we'll just be paying, you'll be taking pay, and the other part of the budget, we got to hold on until the real budget comes. So this time around, we want to see transparency in the budget. People say, oh, you were there before, you didn't do it, why you want to do it now? People say, but the reason why the boy letter you, and you told the boy, say, when you come, you will rescue the country, you will make everything good for the people, red prayer was brown, and you will increase your salary. So we want to see the salary scale. We want to see it. So I thought to just give you a small brief on the activity, I want to open room for question and answer. If you have any question, you are liberty to ask, and I will answer it. Thank you very much.
And so for questions, you call your name and the institution you represent, and then you ask a question. Spoon.
Yes, Senator. My name is Aaron Kuban, and I report for Spoon TV. You took on the issue about the budget, but there were some concerns you raised during the voting, which led you to have voted against. Just for the sake of the public now, viewers, can you just summarize?
I'll give you one example. For instance, let's take the security component. You saw the military people going on strike, correct? The military people raised on it. You put $1.9 million for, I think, 5 entities in the budget. You didn't spell out how much each of the entities will get in our budget. You want me to sign it? I want to know what military, what the EFF going to get. I want to know what go to NSA. I want to know what go to EPS. When you put everything in bulk, you just give it to all you want for the approval. Did they see military people? Maybe those issues were not addressed. So we wanted a breakdown. I just give a simple example on the military. 5 entities, EPS, NSA, EFL, police. Right now the police needs so much support. So whether you're giving everybody equal share, we don't know. Now you went to message that 5.7 million. You just gave me, you just brought some list to me. You just told me something. At 11 hours, somebody brought a list to me and said, yeah, they break down here. How do I know that they break down? They got very crafty. They can write any kind of thing and bring it to you. You need to give me time to explain it to me. Was it necessary when the month was already almost about to end? One of the questions I wanted to find out is, was the government operating at a full scale? Right now, the government operating at full scale. We don't even have so many ministers only get one minister. So when you get operational money, what kind of operation is running with it? Some of the ministers are not even taking seat. So why would you want to run the budget like you're running a full scale government? The government is running a full scale. So these are all the explanations. So technically, I did not believe that we needed 41 million for February. The second issue I had was, how had the government been operating in the month of February? Say what, February 22nd? Were they operating on credit? So everybody would do it. They were operating on credit, and I mean, some of the things are going to domestic debt. So you see some of the questions we're asking. So almost all the 26 million for compensation. We're talking about almost 15 million, and I was not explained. So my point was, extract the 15 million, pay civil 7. When you pay the civil 7 level with February already ending, wait for the main budget account, then you can take care of domestic debt and other things. Even at that, you gotta explain to her who you going to pay. Then they put 2 million there for operation. Then they put 1.20 million there for 100 days. The 100 day, your credit money, because we already go almost 10 days, and it is that part of what our credit is all go to debt. So that's why you go to operation. So you're talking about 70 days or less than 70 day operation. So you bring 70 day power and say, well, the 70 days, this I do want to do. But they just put everything there. You know, we got to be careful with the poke barrel operation. You know what they call poke barrel? You just throw all kind of things inside for all kind of operation. So this time we got to clean the poke barrel and make sure that Liberian people get clear. Because I want to see civil servants get salary increase. I want to see volunteer teachers on salary. I wanted to see how much money going to LU to pay for the LU tuition. I want to make sure that people, I chairman of education, I want to make sure that why get a fees. Now, these are the things we want an explanation, but we never had a time to even debate the budget. Somebody just got up and made motion and say we should go vote. We're not here to just be voting. Because the person all here to thoroughly check. The right thing has to be done, my brother. So we're coming away from the process where people go to the public, politicians will go, will lie to the public, and you give up power, then will go to the Senate. Then what is different? And you say, when I do the same thing, you move up and then you bring somebody else to do different things, and say, no, the thing we are doing, I coming to my own now. But you listen to some of our police, so you are doing the same thing, you want to do our own, then why you move, then why you want to put a pre-politics? So that's everything.
Just a follow-up.
Yeah.
Just a follow-up, Francis. On the same issue of, not the budget specifically, but on the issue of the tenure, you stated that Martin, the man who was at the Liberia Authority, went to the court and he won the case. He responded based on all the controversies surrounding this entire thing. He said even though he went to the court and won the case, the court mandated that the government should pay him. The government did not pay him, and he did not end his term. He was replaced forcibly by the citizen. What do you remember about this as Minister of Foreign Minister of State?
I don't remember that. We obey the law. Hey, Martin, I don't remember that. He lying. He lying. We never violated any law. He lying. Martin lying.
Okay, Martin. Yeah, my name is Fafli Kamara. I work for ELBC. The chairman of the CDC, Mobake Moro, has resigned. He resigned last evening as chairman of the CDC Legislative Caucus. Your initial reaction?
Well, I was shocked. You know, I just saw the release. Malu, I've been a very loyal CDC partisan. Malu grew from the rank of a mobilizer to chairman of the party during the 18 years. He built a lot of young people that don't follow him. I was extremely shocked. I've not been able to speak to Malu officially to know the reason. But I always pay tribute to the sacrifices he made to the CDC. I'm happy that he said he's not resigning from the party. He's giving opportunity for other people to come and serve. That much I can say for now. But I respect Mr. Malu, and I want to respect him for his decision. I've been reading a lot of things from sedition, a lot of them are disappointed. But know what Malu can do. But Malu is still part of the CDC family, and I want to wish him well in a new endeavor. And I know the CDC will be strong. You know, a lot of people, CDC is a family. We can disagree to agree. So So I wish him all the best. I will find time to speak to him to know why he resigned. But all I can say is to wish him the best. Best of luck. I sure that we'll always be together with friends. This is my first initial reaction.
Amy?
Yeah, okay. I'm Abraham Williams from Freedom.
Abraham.
Okay, so you talked about the issue of tenure, which of course is an effort, current ongoing effort on the part of the current administration to take people off offices who are of tenure positions. It's not only there that it lies, especially when you talk about peace and security of the country. The CDC government took over. People were employed into offices. They stayed there through all of those periods. The current administration has come, and what it termed as unearthing blotted payroll, where you people have people part of administrative agencies, not only at non-security agencies, also at security agencies. And there are signs that several Liberians could be laid off their jobs. Does that concern you?
It concerns me a lot because look, if you follow my confirmation hearing with the Minister of State, Deputy Minister of State, Minister of Portfolio, one of the questions I asked her is that, if I'm not mistaken, currently at the Ministry of State will get more than, I think we'll get about 3 or 4 Minister of State or Portfolio. The assistant ministers will get maybe 5, 6, 7. So at the higher echelon of the Ministry of State, there are massive employment going on. And some of these people that salary around 5,000. And everyone will back up for all of them. And each one of them can make 40,000. If you talk about 10% now, that Ministry of State, until the appointment, they're more than 10 or 15 people. So let me just give you a small math. Those people they lay off, those people salary, some are making 100,000, some are making 150. And Liberian citizens forget what they're being citizens. They're citizens of Liberia. But imagine the position they gave me at the higher echelon. We're talking about 10, 15% now will be named minister or deputy minister or something at the Ministry of State. Let me do a small math. If we got about 10% who are being appointed ministers at the Ministry of State. Because during my time, I think we had maybe one or two assistant ministers, legal advisors, and all that kind of stuff. We don't have the bigger echelon. We're more concentrated on putting bread and butter on ordinary Liberian table than giving people. The reason why we reduce our salary. But right now, let's take the salary as is, around about $6,000 per cabinet. It's over 60,000 correct per month. 60,000 per month, just for ministers. Multiply that by 12. Almost 780,000. Multiply that by car. Each one get 40,000 car. You talking about 10, 40,000 and 400,000. You talking about 1 million now. That 1 million now, you know what Liberian people can pay. The minister say it could pay all the 1,000 people you laying out. That's the source of insecurity in the country. The government is the bigger employer, bro. No matter what you do. Those people they laying out will bring other people from their party to employ them. But just because people feel that we're employed by the former government, so you want to lay off, that is a serious issue. It's an issue of concern. It should be an issue of concern for all Liberians. Look at what happened with the AFL with me. One morning we just got the AFL put like a whole country down. We should do everything for the sake of peace. I want to appeal to the president, my uncle. Please, don't allow the people in the mansion to undermine your administration. You fought to be president of this country. Liberian people give it to you. Your concern now should be how to keep the country peaceful. Now, don't you really say that now? Some of the men who said legal advisor, they want to grandstand, they want to put a note and they want to add know the law. You say, for instance, that because you want party teacher will not pay you. Who gave you that power? Who gave you that power? Only the good due process. I can see you killing somebody, I still got to take the court, correct? If I kill you, I saw somebody fighting, and mistakenly somebody, your person got killed, will I just say, oh, I saw you killing the man, so you're guilty? No, you're not guilty until you go to court. You know, so it's an issue of concern, AB. We are very concerned. I raised it with the deputy minister who appeared to be running the Ministry of State. I raised it with and we are concerned about that. Liberian people should be respected. Maybe this country here, we know the history. We know the history, Maybe the country, the hatred in the country too much. And you know the party won with less than, some posted 17,000, but I've not seen the final result. Some posted 17,000, some posted 20,000, because the last 20,000 the president made a concession speech was 20,000. So I always keep at 20,000. But the final result, after the final tally was made, my understanding is around 17,000. You win that kind of number and you say you win, so then you want to run behind the poll, who didn't vote for you? And you think you can peacefully handle the country. It is a small demonstration. Everybody will get their anger. Some people you later on, some people ain't later on, some people will not eat the whole day. They will believe you, everybody will get in the streets. We don't need that. We need the country to be peaceful. So Liberian people can be happy. And red price can go down. Right now they're selling red for 4,000 something in Bamboo. The price going up. So these are the things we need to be concerned about. Maybe the president get power to a point more than 2,000 presidents. Why is the president looking for 10 people to move from office? Let 10 people. What are 10 people do for you? You maybe wait for 1 year, then you deal with 10 people. Because you get 2,000 jobs up there to a point, 2,000. The president himself said 2,000 jobs. But you can't appoint everybody because he doesn't know everybody. But take your own time. Don't let it bother put you under pressure. Move the other person. They want to move their friends. You know, they're looking for a place where they get gravy to go there to go eat. Somebody put there somewhere you put there somewhere to go turn the play around or not turn it around. They want to go somewhere. Why are you fighting for other people's job? Where for the post time to finish? You can't say that. Tomorrow you too will get tenure. But we just want to wish on each other. You can't build a country. I want to make a special appeal to the president to see that. But he was the one elected as president of the country. If anything go wrong, they will hold him.
Senator Mcgill, my name is Sekou Sherry.
Oh, that's a good topic. So
Sorry.
where?
My name is Sekou Sherry. I'm from Voice of Liberia. It's so good that you spoke about the rest issue, and it seemed to be that there will be a serious crisis in the country the way the rest price is increasing on a daily basis. I don't know whether you senators will have that as a serious issue to talk about, but let's talk about the president. And it seems to be it is something it has gotten used to the current president where he knowingly refusing to attend international functions. And other critics think that the president lacks what it takes in terms of attending international functions, in terms of his health. What is it you senators going to do about it to see as well that the president honors some of the international functions so as to not put this country in a position where people would think that our president is not honoring international functions? Then the last one is, recently we saw the vice president of the country using a private jet. And it is one of the things that the people complain. They made a lot of allegations that the former president used private jets and all of that. And there are laws that forbid the president, the vice president, and elected officials of receiving offers or whatsoever from individuals once they occupy the positions. Are you senators serious or concerned about this issue as to know where did he get the money from?
It is. You know, we were criticized for using private jet. To be honest with you, you see, that's the hypocrisy in Liberian politics. You can see reality and you want to criticize reality. And I don't want to be hypocritical. Because I want men who believe that our president, as president of the country, needs to be treated with respect. But because our friends from the Unity Party wanted to criticize everything, the reason why Liberian people criticizing them. It's not possible for any president in modern day Liberia to be flying on private, on commercial planes, to be going to conferences. You're just a fly from here to Nigeria. The only plane that can leave from here every day that Aska leave from here every day. So you want to fly from here to Nigeria, you'll take the whole day, you'll leave from here 7:30 in the morning, you'll be in Nigeria 6 o'clock in the evening. Imagine having emergency session, everyone having emergency, the president will never get there. The president will never get there. But because they criticize, or the reason why Liberia are criticizing them. But the reality is not possible for, you think that every day other president will be sending private plane for you to fly? For Liberian president to be flying private plane, you'll be begging? You just be begging, but not take Liberia, not take Liberia be serious. The way we treat Liberia, the way Liberia treat their cross. But President, we did not see it that way, and so I don't want to join United Party people. The only reason why people criticizing is because we're criticizing the right thing. And that's why I'm saying people are hypocritical. I see things that had the kind of power. Because they told you when the kind of power they will change harmonization. I remember in Bangladesh there was a song, you harmonize our fire or harmonize your vote. So they say harmonization was a bad thing. So I want to see whether they will reverse harmonization and increase. Because if you don't do it, then I mean the land of the Liberian people. That means the land of the Liberian people. So on the point of flying private jet, to be honest with you, I don't want to be the one criticizing them. Because I thought what group our president will use. I thought those who criticized our president were in the wrong because they did not understand the geographical movement of our country. The security of our president is very important. You leave from here, you fly with Alaska, you go to Togo, you spend 5-6 hours in transit. With ordinary people, you see the president should be treated that way, 5-6-7 hours in transit. Then in the evening time, you leave from Togo to fly to Nigeria. Imagine flying to Ethiopia. You gotta go to Ghana. If you plan to Benin, that one they can't even get plane for you, gotta go to Togo the same way. So in a way one fly they can fly that way, but nobody did like serious. Nobody did like serious. So criticizing all was a wrong thing to do. It was a wrong thing to do. President we did the right thing and we'll do the same thing that we're doing.
The issue about President Bouakai failure.
Because that one there, Labrambo will answer the question. Labrambo answer the question. I'm you answer the other question. Then Labrambo answer the other question.
2 more questions.
Obadiah Johnson from Africa. Sen Nathaniel, you spoke about Liberia being heavily divided, 50% to the main party, 50% to the opposition. What advancements or suggestions can you proffer to ensure
the first responsibility on all Liberians, but the most responsibility on President Bouakai. He is the president of this country. His action to unify the country will help. You should not allow those young children who are not, somebody never been in government before, somebody are first time ever been in government before, this is the time. They are not still even 30 days to understand the rudimentary operation, modus operandi of running government, but they're making all kind of funny statements, all what they play, there's some kind of thing flying with no head. They gotta be able to tell. We ran our play look, you gotta talk to go experience. Someone that just get their mind, the way we feel their mind on set, looking, when they sit down there, the aura of the mind don't get someone confused.
In further words, we are yet to receive an official statement from the office of the former president as per the alleged incident that transpired.
Speaking as musician.
Have you?
I saw the thing that happened yesterday at the airport. We saw the president, now you play the president did not. I personally called when I was in the section, somebody called me and said, Mr. Mcgill, the people have denied the president from using the VIP. I called some of the protocol at the airport, they confirmed it to me. So I don't have to wait for a former president to call me and tell me. I called, for the Senate I called. Then I didn't listen to press statement, but I saw some thing on Facebook. This time it's difficult. I don't know whether the press secretary made a comment. I was saying, oh, the building now for former president, for the sitting president. Where's she coming from? Who told her that? Where did you get information? She know that building. The person who built a building and named a building say was for VIPs. Until there's a new order that says that no former president will use that building, they will let you know, the Senate will let you know, the legislature will let you know. Because of government property. They don't have press secretary and my dear brother who is the Minister of State, they think that national properties. And the president, former presidents are national properties. Former presidents are national properties. They don't get security until they die. So you raise the president's security? I didn't know where. Even when former president, vice president, the current president or vice president, he has security. He has more than 6-7 security. National security protecting everything. He wanted to travel, he used the president terminal. Recently when he traveled to Nigeria, along with Ben Nigeria and other people, he can't have the same terminal. That very day president, I think president, we are coming. So all of them use the same terminal. Why do they, the new building now, the building will get you, the man pay the night and they can't even use it.
One last question.
All right, Senator Mcgill, my name is Henson Decker, and I do report for Chief FM. Back to the same airport issue, I'm concerned because basically your deliberation focused on maintaining the peace and security of our country. So I'm like concerned. Earlier on, you championed a court against the 4.3 million budget.
For the one.
Yeah, for the 1.3 million budget as was requested by the president, and the Senate concurred with the lower house on the passage of the budget. Now, we are also calling for an investigation as per the situation that occurred yesterday at the airport.
Yeah, because I know the president aware. Yeah, if you speak to the president, say, I'm 100% sure that President Walker was not aware of what happened. That just some overzealous people in the margin whom are giving the instruction. But if the president can convince us that is not where you do an investigation, it's a simple thing. But because the president needs to realize that you will be former president too. You were just former vice president, which today with all the courtesy and respect for using VIPs when you travel. 6 years from now, President Walker will be former president of that program. Because 2029, he's not coming back. Of course. No, we'll tell one later on. We'll come, we'll talk later on. But he got to realize that he will be former president. So the way he treats the former president today, he should remember tomorrow he will be former president too. And I'm sorry, because the old man is my uncle. We have got blood relationship. He's my uncle. And therefore, you know, with our experience being a marshal, being around president, we don't want to do that around the president. This is not a joking thing. This is not fun. This is about the country. This is about the country. And people will be willing to speak truth to power. People will be willing to speak truth to power. You can't get if you're treating the former president the way former president treated in your own country. When you go, all you get the respect that he deserves. When you come back in your own country and somebody wants to think you can relegate him and you can play politics with him, that's a mistake. It should not be tolerated. And a member of the Senate we'll take the matter on not only for the press conference, but we'll take the matter on to the Senate floor. So the Senate, because it's a national issue that needs to be treated with urgency in the manner and form that it deserves to be treated. You know, the president was trying with the fight for more president. These people have presidential, constitutional protection as former leaders of the country. And the protection should not be taken away from them, and must be given to them at all times and in all places as they deserve. And using the terminal is one of the requirements. So you can get one press secretary or spokesperson who has no idea on the genesis, on the historical foundation of how that law, president law was built. To say, oh, if for a former president, if for a sitting president, we are not seeing any order from the executive marshal or to say from today on nobody will use that bill when they say the president will use it or will change the whole idea. We have not seen it. So it can't just be arbitrary. So I don't know how to run anything. Not boss continue running government, not boss continue. Or a NAFO, they're not NAFO. It's your business. You have the right to manage the well-being of over 5 million people. So let's take it serious. This is no joke. This is no serious business. This small thing can cause conflict. And we don't need it. Liberia don't need it. We don't need conflict now. This is not politics. This is a serious issue. I'm not speaking the way I'm speaking because of partisanship. I'm speaking because I believe Liberia deserves peace. Small thing can anger people in this country. Small thing. People are angry. Not everybody happy. But you won the election now. You gotta be magnanimous in victory. And treat other people in a way that people be happy. You won, you get power, people supporting you. You think we'll be voting for you think everybody will voting for who decide you know what? Everybody backers in here will vote against us. Whether they qualify or not qualify will vote against them. There was the OCC poll in the country hostage, correct? We can do that. We can say, you know what, all citizens and nominee that kind, whatever, but they are Liberians. Should we be denying the vote because of partisanship? No. When we see qualified people who want the government to function, we confirm them. When the president brings something that in the interest of the country, we'll support it. So we can't be everything about Liberia can't be politics. It cannot be politics. If they come from this president from what happened now, so you need to for verse. Yeah, because it's not politics. I believe politics. This is a serious issue. This is a serious issue. This is Israel president. We are not president for CDC, but president for the Republic of Liberia. They won't be treated with respect. So you can't treat in the way you treat you get some small children there and go there and say no, you can't use the VIB. And the president will not take action. I want to see that. I want to see whether President Boga will not take action. I want to see it. I want to see it. Then we'll know really whether the country go in the right direction or the country go in the wrong direction.
The voice of Senator Nathaniel, fellow Mcgill, Senator of Mcgill County, speaking with the President of the Nation. My name is Sen Nathaniel.